Hello my friends, I'm Duchess and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be working on my webtoon, so I'm just going to be explaining about what I'm doing as I am doing it. So let's get started. I'm not sure if I have a requested video that I was supposed to make for this week. I checked the comment section and I didn't see anything that I haven't already answered. But if I'm wrong, please do let me know and I will work on that. Anyway, I'm working on episode 8, so this is kind of a sneak peek of my webtoon. So I already made the line art for this part. I told you guys about my webtoon process before, but I always sketch first, do the paneling, and then I ink a few panels before coloring and shading. I was looking forward to coloring and shading this particular panel. It's one of my favorites so far, and I just think it turned out really well. It's really satisfying to see the process and how it went from a sketch to line art to colored and then fully rendered. For this scene, it's really warm, light, and the atmosphere is kind of lovey-dovey, so I went with a background color that represents love or something warm. I picked out a reddish color, but I'll probably change it to a pinker shade later. I went ahead and made my other coloring layers so I wouldn't have to add a bunch more layers while I was coloring. On my color layer, I colored their bodies and their clothes. It used to be hard for me to combine all the coloring into one panel because I was a really messy artist. I kind of still am, but I'm much better at coloring and shading within the lines and not mixing all my colors together. I'd also recommend it so that you can minimize the file size of your work. It saves me a lot of storage, which is great because a webtoon kind of takes up a lot of space. My character Aurelia looks really good in purplish colors, so I chose purple for her dress, or it's more like a lilac lavender color. I wanted my other character's clothing to be somewhat complementary to her dress, so I chose a greenish yellow orange color. I colored their hair on the hair color layer. I used the selection tool for that. I have a video on coloring my webtoon. I talked about using the selection tool to make coloring more efficient, so check that out if you haven't seen it already. It should be in my webtoon playlist. Some of you might think that Aurelia, the redhead here, looks a little bit familiar. If you are an avid follower of mine on Instagram or on my webtoon, or maybe even from YouTube, you probably know that she's Ciel's mom and Everett on the left is Ciel's dad. That's why Ciel looks like her. I haven't drawn these two together for a while and I really enjoyed drawing the two of them again. Here's Ciel. I once asked my followers who they think Ciel takes after more, and I think they said she looks more like Everett, which is good because that's kind of what I intended. I used to blend all of my shading for my webtoon, but I think I've improved in terms of shading, so I don't feel the need to blend all of my mistakes and weird shading strokes. I don't blend much lately, but I really like the texture that it has when you just leave it as it is with all the strokes visible. I'm going to zoom through the shading process. I wanted this video to be a little more entertaining and not just be the entire process because I know it can be a little bit boring, so it's going to be pretty fast. One of my favorite parts of shading is adding the hair shine. It's so satisfying and I love how shiny it makes the hair look. I also love shading their eyes. Unfortunately, Everett's eyes are closed here, but that's okay. I have one eye to work on and I guess that's enough for me. The makeup is next. I also enjoy this part of the process. Everything just comes all together and it looks really full and just complete. Here's the finished product. Let me know down in the comments if you guys would like me to make more webtoon process videos, maybe webtoon vlogs or webtoon fan arts. I'm not exactly sure what type of content I should focus on because I do make a lot of webtoon tutorials, but I feel like there's only so much that you can talk about. Anyway, that is all I have for you guys this week. If you guys enjoyed this week's video or learned something new, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get notified. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next week.